Before we get into the full raft of content for the Excel Advanced course, I just wanted to show you something quick and new that has been introduced in this version of Excel, so in 2010, and that is Sparklines. Now, Sparklines are like little mini graphs that will graph out data for you, and they're dead quick and easy to use. For example, if we had some data in our Sparklines file, we can take this data and create some little graphs at the end of here that effectively graph that data out without having to go through the rigmarole of creating a full-blown graph. In order to do that, we go to Insert on the ribbon, come along to the Sparklines group, which is here. There are three types of Sparklines. There are lines, columns, or a win-loss, which shows positive and minus values. Quite useful if you have positive and minus values, which we don't in our data here. Now, it doesn't matter which of these you choose because you can swap between them dead quickly. So let's go for a line Sparkline. First thing it needs is OK, where we'd like to get the data from. Let's browse to pick up our data, which are these numbers here, the sales of our fruit. Back to the Sparklines box. Then we'd like to know where you would place the Sparklines. Now, just for aesthetics, I'm going to place them here. So in order to do that, we'll browse, pick up those 4 cell values there, and back to the box. So I've told it where the data is, and I've told it where to place my Sparklines. OK, and I get my Sparklines. Now, with the Sparklines selected, so while you're in this area here, you'll have the context-sensitive ribbon, Sparklines Design. Now, we are going to go into much more detail further into the title about Sparklines. Just for the moment, I want to show you how to create them. And while we're here, how to change from the line Sparklines into the column by just choosing column on the ribbon. You can see you get little lumps that represent effectively the values in here, or the win-loss, which shows positive and minus values. Obviously, for that to work well, we'd need some minus values. So let's lose some fruit in May. You can see how it drops there below the line. Its relative size is based on the value here. So in the Sparklines, we can go to Design Sparklines and change that to column, to line, or win-loss. So you've got your 3 types. Now you can customize these Sparklines very, very easily, and you can get them to highlight the highest value and lowest value very easily. For the moment, we've just looked at how to create them. So you, anywhere in your sheet really, insert, choose Sparklines here, any one, tell it where the data is. So browse and pick this data up. Tell it where you would like to put the Sparklines. So you browse and pick up the cells you want to put the Sparklines in. So I could put them down here. Notice how I'm highlighting 4 because I had 4 in the height there. And then OK. And the values appear here instead of there. There would be nothing to stop you creating a Sparkline for each of the columns as well. Let's insert, line, data range is the same data range effectively. However, the Sparklines are going to be here along the bottom. OK. And now I get a little mini line that represents those 4 values there. Those 4 values, those 4 values. There's like a little mini graph just for that data line. So that's your Sparklines. It's an intro, just a quick way of how to use them. So you can see how they can spice up a sheet by effectively doing a little mini graph of your data. But we will be looking at them in much more detail when you get to the Sparklines lesson.